We live?
We're live.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. Cool. I just now realizing I
Yay.
probably should have pulled up chat. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our third live
Yep.
episode. Yeah? Okay, cool. I'm your host for this special occasion. We're running a little late. We got some things we had to do.
It was entirely Will's fault.
It was, but I have a belly full of pad thai and my Wordles are done. So
Nice.
we're
That
doing
is the
good.
important part.
Exactly.
That is the important part.
Yeah. So we got Will here, and then who's the fancy man in the suit?
Oh, I'm Cayden. You all know me and tolerate me.
Mhm. And would you like to introduce yourself too?
Yes. Hi.
Hi. All right.
Hi.
If you're
let's
here,
go.
if you're here watching the live stream,
Hi, I'm Vi. You know who we are.
it's true because you're probably one of our real life friends.
Most likely for sure. Let's
Which
see.
we just passed 30.
We've got
didn't
3. We did. We did.
We just hit
We
30.
did
Yeah,
just-
30
just
subscribers.
30
so
subscribers.
thanks everybody for that.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had 30 friends
Yay.
between the three of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try and join the live stream on my phone. There it is. Cool.
I'm on the live stream. We've got, let's see.
Oh, nice.
We've got 3 people. Yay!
Nice.
No one on the.
Wait, how does Brandon have? Oh, there's XP for the leaderboards now.
I guess
Oh wow, Brandon's a top fan.
because he's the only one who's put in a
Hey,
message. He
Brandon.
said poggers.
Oh,
He's the
that
only
would
one who
make
put
sense.
in a message.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I like heart his message? No, I can't. Okay, so anyways, welcome
I know.
to Wine, Wordle, and Whatever.
Woohoo!
Today we're going to be trying a little special wine that Cayden got us from his special trip, and we'll learn more about that. We'll tease. He traveled far away, so, and then and then we discussed our Wordles. We got had quite the week. We'll find how that goes. Started carefully, but now and then we ended up rushing. So
This
there's some interesting
introduction
words in there.
has the cadence
It's
of
a nice-
wrap up. I'm liking it.
Yeah, nice, isn't it? It's been a while since I hosted. And then we go into whatever. So let's get started. Today we are drinking Thirsty Owl. It's from Thirsty Owl Wine Company. It's a 2024 Vidal Blanc, 12.8% by alcohol. So
Ooh.
relatively young
later.
wine. And I get to pick. So how about Vi, you read our little paragraph
Yes.
there in the back, and then maybe Cayden
my-
can describe how he came across this as I uncork mine.
Okay.
Dude, that is some tiny lettering.
Oh, that's right. Vi is old.
Oh my god. Oh no. Hold on, I need light. Oh
So
my
I will
goodness.
say this:
Okay.
what's on the back of this bottle of wine is the same thing that's on the back of all Thirsty Owl wine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Thirsty Owl Wine Company. Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on.
Hold on. Wait, Vi, do you know
Uh,
how Cayden
ooh.
got this wine?
Yes, I do. I do know.
Oh, we could
But
change
it's
it
a
up.
story.
We could
it's,
have.
it's a story. No. 'Cause
Okay,
he's gonna talk
okay.
about it later. He's gonna talk about it later.
Okay,
I
okay.
got this. Don't worry. Don't
Okay.
have
Okay.
faith in me.
Okay.
I just have to really look at it. Okay.
Sounds good.
Years ago, a gentleman was stumbling home after a night of faster horses, younger women, and older wine. Suddenly, a 4'6" owl landed in his path. The owl said, "I have a deal for you. If you share your fine wine with me, I won't interfere with your faster horses or younger women. In fact, I am so thirsty, I will also protect your vineyards from birds and critters." The gentleman agreed. To this day, the owl can be seen proudly guarding the vineyards while savoring the best wines in New York. Chris? Crisp with a light citrus finish.
That is the current wine.
Oh, do
Nice.
not ask me to do that again, guys.
Good job.
Vi is not
Thank
allowed
you.
to read.
Tiny letters. I'm not allowed to read tiny letters. Oh my goodness.
Oh, good.
Ooh,
Good pop.
That was solid.
great.
Man, that was good.
Ooh.
Mhm.
All right, let's get into this, guys.
All right.
I'm very excited for
So
this.
this is a
'cause
white
I've had
wine,
this
by the
for a
way.
couple
We
weeks.
don't usually do white wines.
Ooh,
But yeah.
Vidal Blanc.
See
And
here.
it's got a very pretty owl on the front of it.
It does.
And we can actually show people now. We can
Mhm.
we can show the chat like our little
We're all showing the chat.
little guy.
It's just a little
Yep.
guy.
Look
He's
at-
there.
He's just a little guy.
That's a great
Fun
horned owl.
fact, we have a great horned owl on a trail that's nearby us.
Hmm.
And we'll walk or we'll run the trail every so often. And the last time I saw it was like a couple weeks ago, and he just was like sitting there looking at us.
Oh,
Or
cool.
it's she, it could be a she, we're not sure, but we get usually every time we walk the trail and we'll see her or him. But they live,
Nice.
you
That's
know,
very cool.
you know the section too that he's at. It's by this really, really big pine tree. But yeah, super fun.
All right. So
is.
this is a semi-sweet white wine.
That is on the sweeter side for me.
Well, I mean, that's just what they say.
What it says.
Yeah. As far as white wines are concerned.
Mm.
That's pretty good. Very light drinking.
Yeah. Very, very light, very refreshing. What did it say on the back? A crisp what?
Let's see.
Crisp
with a light citrus finish.
Yep, that is
Yeah.
exactly
yeah,
what it
definitely
is.
get that citrusy kind of like
Mm-hmm.
pineapple is one of the things that they put on there. I do kind of get that. Peach is a little bit of what I get too.
Oh wow, yeah, no, there is totally pineapple in that. That is crazy.
So do we want to jump straight into like background of how I came across this?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Okay, so minor spoilers for more details later. My family and I recently went to New York, and so we were driving through New York in the Finger Lakes region where this is from. This is a Thirsty Owl is like right on the shores of I think the southern end of Lake Cayuga. And so we were just driving around, taking a look at like the country roads and everything because we were commuting from northern to southern New York. It was a whole big thing. But we were driving through there, and all of us had to pee, as is what happens on road trips. And so we're driving on country roads, and there's wineries all over the place out there. And we see this winery come up, and we're like, okay, let's stop in, buy a bottle of wine, and use the bathroom. And that's a good plan. However, we walk in, and the lady there says, "Hi, hi, are you guys here for a tasting?" And we just like, well, because we didn't really want to do that. Then she said, it's $5 and you get to sample 5 different wines. Like you each get to choose 5 different wines. And we're like, well, you can't say no to that. So it was 11 in the morning. And we went through a whole tasting and tried a bunch of their wines. This was one of our favorites out of all the ones we tried. The whites are particularly good from that region. But yeah, this was one of our favorites. We ended up sending a case of wine home just with a bunch of different selections and everything. It's pretty good. It was a good little pit stop. I used the bathroom multiple times.
Did they have nice bathrooms?
They had nice bathrooms. They also had really good food.
Ooh. Oh, I didn't realize they had food too.
We had lunch.
Oh, awesome. Oh man, that was
Nice.
a really good pit stop.
It was a
then.
really good pit stop. An expensive pit stop, but a really good one.
Well, it started off cheap because you're like $5 for 5 wine tastings? Heck yeah. And then you
Sign me
bought
up.
cases of wine. Literally bought cases and sent them home.
Yeah. I definitely get
Yeah.
a lot of like citrus on the nose too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I find
was about to
that
say
white wine doesn't offer as much for the nose as red wine tends to.
Mm-mm. No, it doesn't. It for me, white wines are a lot less complex
Yeah.
than red wines, but this one's really good. I really like this one. My first sip, though, I thought it was really sweet, but now that I'm like sipping on it a little bit more,
Yeah, and once it
the
warms up a
sweetness
little bit,
isn't as the sweetness isn't as right like front center.
hmm
I can taste like all the other flavors.
yeah, I really liked this one, and so I was like, oh, we're doing it for
Yeah.
the podcast. This was our, I think, pretty much unanimous favorite out of all of them.
Really?
Out of all the ones we tried, there's a couple others that are also like really good and like up there, but this was we all agreed was like really.
That's awesome. No, this is really good. I really like it.
Yeah.
I liked the red
Yeah.
you got me too, though. That red after it breathed, after it breathed for a while.
I
That one was
really enjoyed
good.
that one too. That was the Chancellor. We brought some of
Mm,
that home with us as well. We ordered some of it and sent it home as well. Excuse me. But that one was really unique because it was really dry but not tannic.
Yeah,
As that's
yeah,
like
it was very interesting.
yeah.
Very, very interesting. But yeah, I needed it to breathe for a bit because I poured a glass right away, and then I was like, "Ooh, I'm not sure I like that." And then once it breathed for like a few minutes, I was like, "Oh, okay, I really like this."
Yeah, no, I really liked that one. That one was a unique experience.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, great story, Cayden. Trying to
Elena
think, what
said
do we
the red
do
was
now?
good
I
too.
see that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
I
sick.
may
We
or
have
may not
another tie-in.
Mm-hmm.
may or may not have accidentally like left it at her house.
As one does.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yep.
No, this is very good. Cayden, thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. How much did you buy?
We bought a case
Uh-huh.
of like various different wines.
Oh,
Of this
okay.
bottle, 4, I think, because so there was 2 in the case, one for the family
Mhm.
and one for me to do for the podcast. I gave one to Vi, and I brought one home in the suitcase for you, so 4 total.
Oh, okay. Nice. No, it's very good.
Mhm.
All right. So let's get into some reviews. So, who wants to go first?
You have the authority to choose who goes first.
I have it. Oh my gosh. Cayden, what do you think?
Okay, do you want a rating first or a vibe first?
I just want a rating out of 10. Let's
Okay.
start there. And we'll come back to vibes. Just
As far as white
Just
wines
what-
are concerned, I would feel very comfortable giving it an 8.5.
okay. Mhm.
It's
What about
up
just
there.
like as a wine?
I mean, I would feel comfortable putting this at an 8.5, just in general.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah, even being a white wine, which is not my preference, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like it, and so I would say 8.5. Reminds me a lot, actually, of a wine that we tried when we were in Paris. I don't even remember what it was. It was actually a super cheap white wine, but it was really good, and this has a very similar character to it.
I remember you telling me about that wine, and you can't remember what it was called or what it was.
Mm-hmm. I think Garrett did some sleuth work and found it, but
Oh,
it's
did he?
impossible to get because it's like bottom shelf over there, and so nobody's gonna bother importing it.
Oh. Sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember how much these bottles were?
This one I don't remember. I got it pulled up. It's $14.95.
Okay.
It's really not
I'd say that's
expensive.
worth
None
it.
of their wines are
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That kind of makes it go a little bit higher on the rating for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna give it an
All right.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid 8 for me. Only I don't want to make it go any lower because it definitely deserves like to be higher on the scale. but it's still slightly too. I'm not a fan of sweet wines, and so it's still on the slightly too sweet scale for me. So I would give it an 8.5, like Cayden, but and it's definitely not 7.5 is definitely not what it would be. Like, I think it's right there
Yeah.
at an 8.
Just
I'm not even gonna do any like
just a-
8.25 or anything like that.
Thank you. Just barely on the front side of too sweet.
Yes, exactly. Just a little bit. But
Okay.
I think once I get past the sweetness, it's actually really, really good. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I would give it. I think I'm getting a little bit of that pineapple-y, like you were talking
Mhm.
about, Cayden.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Maybe even a little like peach. It's got a little refreshing bit to it.
I have got a little
Oh.
bit of a stone fruity
Ooh.
quality in there.
Mm-hmm.
Grapefruit.
Oh,
I taste
grapefruit.
grapefruit.
That's
I
what
could
it
see
is.
grapefruit.
100% I taste grapefruit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the citrus that it is. That's that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I would give it. It's really good though. I will say. Um. Mm-hmm.
It's the first time we tried a white wine that's not trash on the show.
That is true.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man. I think a
Man.
white wine was the one that got the lowest score. Or no, was it a rosé?
I think it was the rosé,
I think it was a rosé.
but that was
actually.
because
I'll give-
Stowe is anti-wine and he
Yeah.
gave it like a 2.
Yeah.
2 or 3, something like that. Anyways,
Yeah.
sorry, Will. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I'll give it an 8 as well. It's
Okay.
very pleasant. I got no gripes with it. So yeah, Brandon said nice to see the bird shirt again, which I just
I
now
saw
occurred
that.
to me. We're drinking Thirsty Owl.
Bird
so
moment.
it's like bird theme.
Bird
yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Appropriate.
Appropriate.
We all-
We're
This
we all
sitting-
jacket
got
went
that
with
stuff.
me to New York, so that's something, I suppose. But
there we go.
Hey, there you go. I mean,
Okay.
my shirt presently is in New York, so
but you're not, which is really weird.
I know, right? Where
Crazy
am
how that
I?
works.
Oh man.
Mhm. All right, Cayden, vibes.
Vibes.
Where do you picture yourself drinking some Thirsty Owl?
Let's see.
2024 Vidal Blanc.
As with many white wines, this is definitely a summer drink to me.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of just that lightness to it. I'm kind of feeling like this is the perfect wine for a summer wedding. Like this is the table wine that you have at your like June, July wedding.
Dude, yes.
That's pretty good.
And that's how I feel, because it's just like, I mean, first off, it's only $15 a bottle, which is incredible.
Mhm.
But it's also like it punches well above its price point. And it's like nobody would be upset if you had this as your wine at the wedding. I got weddings on the brain. My cousin got married like 2 weeks ago, so
Dude, your vibe is so close to mine.
oh boy. I think that might be a first.
Ah, that is great. I love
Yeah.
it.
All right, Vi, what's yours?
Honeymoon.
Oh, okay. I see that. Yeah.
Okay, I initially got a picture of like spring fields and sundresses and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, once I started tasting like the grapefruit and the pineapple, I was thinking, ooh, tropical island. Tropical island
Mm.
and like honeymooning in a tropical island. Like, you know, when they go to like, I don't know, Turks and Caicos or something like that. And they're just sitting on the beach,
Mhm.
enjoying. And it's such a nice, approachable wine. Like it's sweet. So
If you-
most people like sweet wines. So it's a very nice, not a Pinot Noir of, you know, the approachable. It's good. But it is a very, like, it's a wine. That's why when you said that it's like the table wine at a wedding, everybody would like this wine.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody at the wedding, they would like this wine. And so it makes sense for it to be on all the tables for a white wine choice. And like that's what I was thinking too. It's like, I mean, they're enjoying their honeymoon. Might as well have some great wine. Don't stress about it. Don't think about it. Yeah.
if you're in Fiji and get tired of Mai Tais, this is a good wine.
Ooh.
Mhm.
There you go. There you go. Yep, tropical island. Honeymooning on a tropical island. That's the vibes that this wine gives me.
Okay, nice.
Mhm. Yeah. No, I think you hit it. It's like it's very light, very yeah, it's that tropical bit to it. That's very good. Yeah, grapefruit, pineapple. It's got a
Yeah.
little bit of like bite there, but it's not like
Mm.
it's not like sour or
Mm-mm.
tangy. Like I wouldn't describe it as that. It's more of just like a nice tropical bit to it
Yeah.
that I like. Yeah. No, it's good.
And to chat, you can probably get Mai Tais just about anywhere. Not to be too snarky, but you can probably get Mai Tais.
I
in
didn't know
Fiji.
that. I did not know that. Little side note, we're going to Maui for our honeymoon. So
Whoop. Which
Yeah.
is in
Bring
like
this wine.
a month.
Perfect.
Yeah, right. It's coming up.
I'm a member of the
Um,
club,
crazy.
Will. I can get you a discount if you want to. Because we ordered a case. Now we're members of the club for life. So
Really? That's how they work?
yeah. Hold on. I
Wait,
think I have
what?
the card
Hold
back up
on.
here.
Wait, what?
Hold
No
on.
way.
Yeah.
Wait, whoa, wait, what?
Now I want to know.
Yeah, look at I am
How did you
officially
not
a
mention
member
this?
of the Parliament Club for Thirsty Owl. And so I don't remember exactly what the benefits are in that regard, but I think it's like I think you get a discount on all orders or something, and you get like access to things early. But yeah. So
What?
you order one case and you're a member of the club for life.
What?
That's actually
Oh
awesome.
my goodness. That is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is really, really cool.
That's legit.
Yeah, let me see here. I'm gonna look up. Let's see here. You guys can keep talking. I'm gonna just look up the club deal.
I'm looking it up right now.
You're both
Actually,
We're all looking
now
it
I
up.
feel like I have to look.
yeah.
No, you're
Now
fine.
I feel like I have to look it up. What?
Let's see here.
I forgot I'm
It says-
supposed to take care of the timestamps, but I got
It says
one.
it's good for 1 year.
Hold on. Just
Yeah.
let me look.
What? That is so cool. Well- How far away was it from me? Was it like 4 hours or so? 4 or
yeah, it's
5
about
hours?
4 hours, I think.
Okay.
You
Then I could probably.
could road trip it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. Wine Club.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Oh my goodness.
how do I become a
Apparently
member
the-
of the Parliament Club for Thirsty Owl? Not a sponsor, but maybe they should be. Simply make a single purchase of 1 case, 12 bottles of Thirsty Owl wine in person or online. We will assign you a membership number and send your Parliament Club card to you via the postal service. Your membership is renewed annually by purchasing 1 case each year. So yeah, you do have to renew that. But I
okay.
mean, it wasn't that much. The whole case was less than $200.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Dang.
so
My
you
goodness.
get free shipping for 12 bottles. You get a 5% discount on 3 and 6-pack purchases. Tastings and offerings of new releases before they're made public. Special releases for Parliament Club members. Free tastings in the Finger Lakes tasting room. Let's see, they have Summer Solstice party that Parliament Club members can go to.
Dude.
Yeah, so that's that.
Can I borrow your card?
Don't know if you. Well, you might be able to. I don't really know. I don't know how that works.
I don't either. I'm just throwing it out there.
Me neither. All right. I don't have my fan going in my
Yeah.
room and my windows closed to cut down on noise, and I am dying. So
All right, jacket's coming off.
check it out. I was wearing short sleeves underneath it the whole time. Nobody even knew.
Whoa.
Wow.
Dude.
Wow.
I would have
I'm
never
casual
known.
like
Would have
that.
never known.
I'm casual
Wow.
like that.
Mhm.
Man, now you're gonna make me go change too, just like the first time.
Well, I can put on a tie. I mean, hold on.
No, it's okay. I could just take off my earrings. I can take off my earrings and then I'll be less fancy.
Oh my gosh.
You should have seen us earlier. I saw that he was all dressed up. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I need to get dressed up too. So I literally went and changed and I was like, wait, I need earrings.
Yeah,
Earrings make it more fancy.
she was asking me earring opinions, and it was
I
like
was
a whole
trying
big
on different
arrangement
earrings.
before you joined.
Yeah. I was like, which ones look fancier?
That's awesome. That's good.
All right.
Very
There we
fancy,
go.
Cayden.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, Will, you're our host.
Yeah.
Keep us all on track.
Yeah. So.
We did our vibes. We did our ratings.
Yeah, we did our vibes, did ratings.
Pretty
Oh,
much it.
okay. So.
Great line. We've got
I.
we've got the chat saying that Mai Tais are better in Hawaii.
That may be true. That may be true.
Yeah.
I've
the
only been to
best.
Hawaii
They're
once.
the best in Hawaii.
I've only been to Hawaii once, and that was in 2011, and I was 11. Actually, no, I was 10 years old. So I was too young to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God,
I
I
know.
feel old.
I'm young. Venetia.
So anyways.
I was too young to drink the first time I went to Hawaii too. When I went to Maui, I was only 17, but yep, we're gonna leave it there. I'm gonna
Also
pour
in
myself another glass of
2011.
wine.
No, just kidding.
Also,
That
in
wasn't in 2011
2011
because that was earlier. Because Vi is 13 years older than I am.
12. It's only 12.
Is it 12 or is it 13?
I'm pretty sure it's 12.
It's like 12 and a half.
12 and a half. We're counting the half.
Okay, what year were you born in?
88. May 88.
Okay, 12. That makes all the difference. One's a prime number, the
Okay.
other isn't.
All right, let's keep moving. So we got a good taste of our wine. What did you say? Like 2011?
I need to learn to stop
20-something?
drinking right when you guys say something. Oh my goodness.
You never know when it's coming,
Drink
so
the
you
glass.
cannot prepare.
I don't. I can't. Oh my goodness.
That's part of the fun.
That literally was about to come out just now. That would have been sad. Anyways, continue, Will. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I threw you off.
Fine.
He's dying.
Oh no.
That's
He
how
is
I lost
dying.
Connection. There we go.
Hey, he's back. Starlink moment.
We lost connection for a second. It's fine. So I was trying to think
That's
of
what
a
happens.
segue. Yeah. 12. 12 would be an awesome score in Wordle. How was your guys' Wordle week?
It's two perfect scores.
That's two perfect scores.
This is
Two
true.
perfect scores. Man,
If
that's
you got
like, you
two-
know.
Yeah, back to back. That's a rush.
That's true.
So, anyways, let's get into our Wordle segment. This is also
right.
getting very warm, so I'm gonna
By
take
the
this
way, in
off.
order to
Guys, I have nothing to take off. Don't do this to me.
So, anyways,
Don't
so
say
we'll
that.
do it. Cayden, Vi, and then me.
All right.
We're gonna keep this on track, and we're gonna start with Thursday.
September 18th.
So September, is that what it is? Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Okay, September 18th. So, Cayden, how did you do on Thursday?
I did pretty well. I got it in 4. I did
Nice.
blame, then chore, then tinge, then knife.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and as avid listeners know, since my prior starting word was the answer, I have been playing the Vi way, where I do a different starting word every week, every day.
Every day.
Wow. Wow. Okay,
Me or
how'd
you,
you do,
Will?
Vi?
I got it in 3.
Ah!
Killer.
I started off with bound. You'll notice. Okay, I have to preface this. A lot of the words are related to the RPG.
Okay.
And so, yeah, so bound and then alien
As you do.
and then and then knife.
Wow.
Yep,
Really?
got it in
Wow. That is a
Yep.
leap.
3. Yeah.
She's just that good, I guess.
Nicely
No, I'm
done.
not. I'm not that good.
Okay. I mean, not to brag, but I did get a perfect score. So I
Let's
got
go.
6 on Thursday.
Vire, are you
Let's
taking
go.
So we
time stamps?
did roast and then build, but we were all running late. So I'm like, let's just try and figure out some consonants, some vowels. Let's just get some
Oh,
words
no.
out there.
Oh no.
We put
Oh no.
might. We know where the
Okay.
I goes, but like,
Mhm.
yeah, just get some consonants. And then I put weird. And then I put pinky. And then from there, I'm like, oh, it's knife.
Wordlebot
Easy.
probably would tear you apart.
Most likely.
Yeah, he would not be happy. Oh, quick note. Hold on. Let's see here. Ah, very nice. Okay, so Friday. Okay, Cayden, how did you do Friday?
Friday, I got it in 3. I had a real quick. Vi, are you taking timestamps?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So let's see. Friday, I got it in 3. I had a really good first guess. It was shale. Then I did glean, Glean, and then I did later.
Very nice.
Nicely done.
Hard
Bye.
mode.
How'd you do?
I got it in 4. We might be
Tied up!
tied. So I did alien to start off. And then I did logger.
Wait. Spell that?
Logger. Lager.
A
Like a
lager, like a beer. I was thinking like an axe,
Yes.
Yeah.
axe guy, and I was like, hold
No,
up.
no. No, like the beer.
I got you.
I did lager.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Nice.
And then I did layer.
Ooh. That hurts.
It hurts so bad, guys. And then I did later.
Oof.
So yeah, that one was fun.
Remind me,
That
what
one
was
was
your
real
what was your
fun.
starting word?
Alien,
Oh, okay.
of course.
Right. Yeah.
So I got it in 4.
Bummer.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, I got mine in 4 as well.
Hey.
I did roast, as we do.
Mm-hmm.
Then I did alert. And I'm like,
Ooh.
oh, okay, we got all yellows, you know?
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a fancy feeling.
You should have got it in
But
3.
I could not figure it out. So, again, I was rushed. I must preface this. So I typed in some letters and put taller or Taylor.
It would be
I'm
like
not
Taylor.
sure.
Taylor?
Taller.
Taler.
Okay, give me a minute.
Every time he has to just like.
That's our
So
thing.
Taylor is any of numerous silver coins issued by various German states from the 15th to the 19th centuries and varying considerably in weight and fineness. In essence, a German dollar.
Yeah, for
it'd
those
probably
that
be
didn't
taller.
know.
Do we need to have a?
I'm so sorry.
Do we need to have a like German category now in addition to Scottish,
I think
Yeah.
so. I think
We've
so.
moved on from Scottish.
Scottish, etc.?
And then, but it said yellow T. A is in the right spot. Yellow L. We just flip some letters and get later.
You should be able to figure it out after that, I would hope.
I would really hope.
so.
It still
Yeah.
might be something else.
All right, Cayden, how'd you do
Oh.
Saturday?
Saturday. Let's see. That was the 20th. Yes.
Chat said if only it was a Scottish dollar.
True. I got it in
If
4.
only.
I got it in 4. I did slate, then I did bench, then I did reedy, giving me that second E, and I did defer,
There you go.
giving me the answer.
Wow. Fancy.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, bye.
I got it in 3.
Wow.
I think we
This
might
game
tie, Cayden.
pains me. We might tie. We'll see how it goes.
We might tie. We might tie. I did shard
We might tie.
was my first word.
Mm-hmm.
My tie. Don't do that to me, man. Okay, shard and then cider.
Ooh.
And then I got defer.
That's killer. Nicely
Yeah.
done.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Man.
Yep.
Easy. Okay.
Whoever
All
is
right.
like curating these puzzles, you must be on the same wavelength with them.
Apparently.
It's because you're in New York. That's what it is. New York
Ooh,
Times.
True.
That makes sense. That does make sense. It's biased. Oh,
Okay.
not for today.
I got. Ooh,
Sorry,
ooh,
keep going.
ooh, teasers.
Sorry.
Okay,
Keep going.
now you're good. So I got mine in 5. This was a trip. Roast.
Mm-hmm.
So yellow R. Brine.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty good. I'm thinking brining the
Yeah,
roast.
good
You
word.
know. And then
Good word.
Fleer.
Ooh.
Help me with that one.
FLEER. If you want to look it up for the viewers.
Yeah. To laugh or grimace in a coarse, derisive manner. It's basically the same thing as a sneer.
Yeah, Fleer.
It's exactly what I
Okay.
just did.
Okay.
Okay, so that was like,
that's
yellow
good to know.
F.
That's good to know.
You know, there's 2 E's. I don't know where the E goes. Maybe it goes at the start of the word. So we tried effer. EFFER.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Mhm, mhm.
It's thinking. Excuse me.
It's not going to be good, is
It's not
it?
even letting me look it up. Hold on.
Do I need to look it
The
up?
words get easier like later on because I had more time. These were the rushed wordles.
Oh
You can
my
go ahead and with your
goodness.
next one.
Okay. Oh, it's that bad, huh? Okay, so
Oh, okay.
it's not. I looked it up. There's nothing. No. Ethier? I don't know.
It's
And then I put defer after that. So
Good.
okay.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you got it after that.
yeah.
All of the results that are coming up are exactly what you think.
What? Not on mine.
Some. So here's the thing.
On mine.
Here's the thing. Google's
EFFER.
Google's AI overview is telling me that it's an archaic verb meaning to transfer or send out.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I'm getting a bunch of effort cranes.
What?
Yeah, it's a brand of
What?
cranes.
That's a proper noun. It wouldn't be in
Yeah. I'm just saying. There's
Wordle.
nothing wrong with it.
Absolutely nothing.
But yeah, it is obsolete. It's from the 1600s. Yeah, I'm not getting like a ton of definition though. It's just like that was a word at one point. Man. Yeah.
We tried.
Yeah. We did. It says how common is the noun effer? Fewer than 0.01 occurrences per million words written in English. So
Yeah, because most of the
checks
time,
out.
when you're writing it out, you're not going to try and do a euphemism like that.
yeah,
No.
it's not going to be a noun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Then I got defer after that.
Nice. What was it? 4?
Good job.
Or 5?
5.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. So then, Cayden, how'd you do Sunday? That one actually stumped us. We couldn't really find a definition.
Yeah.
Uh,
So,
yeah.
a little bit of context for this one. Saturday, there was a little bit of a discussion about the biblical character Esau.
Mm-hmm.
And as we well know, Esau is known for being a rather hirsute individual. He was a hairy man. So my first guess for Sunday was hairy. And guess number 2 was mount. Then guess number
Ooh.
3 was cones. Then I did coven.
Oh, very nice.
Normally I don't play plurals because they're not likely to be an answer.
Right.
But I felt good about that.
Nice.
Yeah,
All
you-
right,
you
Vi,
should
how'd
be.
you do?
You should be very proud. I got it in 5.
Tied up!
Dude, I was so mad. I was so mad because my first word was spark. Okay.
Spark. Okay.
Nothing. Nothing.
I didn't get anything on hairy
Okay.
either.
Still, my second word was fight. Nothing.
Mm.
Literally, my first 2 guesses gave me nothing.
I can see why you'd be frustrated.
That's
Yes.
rough.
So my third was noble.
That's
Guess
pretty
what
rough.
my fourth was? Guess what my fourth was?
Cones.
Woven.
A woven.
Woven.
Unfortunate.
Oh.
That's a
And
bummer.
then coven. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yep, got it in 5.
Oof. That's upsetting.
Woven.
Yep. Yes, it was.
Yep. I also got it in 5 as well.
Oh
so
yay!
don't-
I'm so
Twinsies.
glad.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. we're
That
in
makes
this
me happy.
together.
Yay!
I put roast,
Together.
Of course.
and then I got the O. Put could, and then comfy, because I'm like, there's a CO. It starts with CO.
Shout out to Comfy,
But-
not a sponsor.
And then I put conic, and
Hmm.
then I got coven. I've never heard of the word coven.
Generally, it's
I was
not a
a
very
little
commonly used
upset.
word,
Yeah.
Which is-
Yeah.
which is generally yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was like, serious? Anyways, we got it though. We're happy about
Good
that.
job.
We survived.
Very
All
nice.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, we both
Then-
did.
5. Nailed it.
Yep.
High five.
Almost a perfect score.
Almost. We can dream. Okay. Cayden, how'd you do Monday?
Monday. Hold on just a second here. This was the 22nd. I got in 4. My first word was spear, which gave me nothing. My second word was clout. Then I did fully, then quill. Fully was nice. It gave me
Nice.
confirmation of the second L. Then I did quill.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Nice. Good job. Vi?
I also got it in 4.
Tied up.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
My first word was dairy.
Okay.
And then snipe.
You were hunting for it, but wasn't there.
Apparently. Quick was my third.
Ooh, unfortunate.
Oof.
Yep, and then Quill. Peter Quill.
Yeah.
Shout out Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
Noise. Okay. I got mine in 4.
Hey,
I
Hey.
did roast. Yeah. We all got 4. I got roast, got nothing. But I put build as my second. So
Hey,
we
there you go.
got the U, the I, and the L, and then put, is that guile?
Yep.
G,
Oh,
yeah.
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 G-U-I-L-E.
And put guile, and then I put quill. Yep. For my
Nice.
4th.
Bum, bum, bum,
I was
bum,
pretty
job.
happy about that one. That's when I was like taking my time methodically. So, all right,
good.
Cayden, how'd you do yesterday?
Oh, yesterday I did so good. It's so good. I got it in
Okay.
3. My first word was fresh, which just gave me the H. But my second word was so good. It was tough. Gave me the yellow T, the confirmed OUH. Naturally, after that, it was mouth.
Good job.
Nice. Good job.
Good job.
Vi.
My first word was kind of good because I got it in 3 as well. First word was major.
Okay.
Okay.
Second word was even better. Mount.
Ooh,
We're
yeah.
both thinking mount.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And then mouth. Got it in 3.
How are we both thinking mouth? Mount.
You used mount for one of your other Wordles.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's like the day before.
Mhm.
That's the past. I don't remember.
Yeah, that was days ago,
That was
man.
days ago. Expect me to remember.
Nice. Okay.
Yep.
Got mine in 4. So no,
Ooh.
got there.
Okay, not bad.
We did roast and then hotel and
Oh.
tooth. No mount.
Oh.
No
No,
mount.
Unfortunate.
here.
no. But you got a tooth, which
But
is
we
in
did
the mouth.
tooth. Yeah. And then we logically were like, well, mouth.
Yeah, I mean you got teeth and mouth parts on the brain.
Mm-hmm. That
Yep.
makes sense. Yep.
Makes sense.
Cool.
That tracks.
Dude,
Oh no, did he
today.
freeze? Oh, he
Oh
did
no,
freeze.
did I freeze?
Oh no,
You're good. You're
back.
good. You're good now. You're good.
Oh,
You're
he's
good now.
struggling. It's better than where I used to live.
True. That's true.
That is very true.
Yeah, it was bad.
Much better.
So we're on to today.
Yeah,
Yes.
today, Cayden.
Ah.
Today, I got it in 2. I got it in 2 today.
I
So
think
Get
you
outta
beat me by
here.
like 1.
I think I beat you by 1. My
Yeah.
starting word was mouse, which gave me just the U. But I had
What?
I had Snoop Dogg on the brain, and so my next word was blunt.
Wow.
Of course it was. Of course it was.
Okay. Man. Nicely done.
I honestly don't know
Oh
how I
my
did that, but
goodness.
I did it, and it happened, and it was good.
Good job, man. I got it in 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Appropriate first word. My first word was fudge. Second was trunk. And then I got blunt.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep.
Trunk is
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Not as good as trunk.
No, definitely not as good as trunk. Trunk is a good word, but trunk is a better word.
That's
for
true.
sure.
It's-
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah. In every way.
Thank you. All right, so 3. I got mine in 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey!
Again,
nice.
these were ones I was taking my time.
There you go.
Yep, we did roast and then flint
Ooh.
and
nice.
then blunt. Easy.
Easy
Natural
money.
progression.
Easy money.
There you go.
Very satisfying.
Yep.
Yep. Wordle said I was impressive.
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 Yeah.
Most impressive.
Yeah. Okay. So tally up our scores.
Beep boop boop boop. Numbers crunching.
Boop, boop. I'm crunching them.
Boop, 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 boop.
I'm crunching. Mine
All
are
right.
crushed.
My numbers are so
'Kay.
crunched.
Okay.
So crunched they're flattened.
All right. So I'll go first.
Is that crushed or
'Cause-
squished?
It'll be hard to beat.
Good question. What's the difference between crunched and squished?
I think
I would imagine there would have to be some sort of liquid or
Mhm.
goo in squished, but crunched would have to be just metal.
I would say squished. I would say squished is a more plastic deformation than crunched.
Ooh,
Crunched
yes.
implies fractured.
Mhm. Mhm.
You're so right.
Yep. Crunch is more
Okay.
satisfying.
It is.
That's true. It's the difference between a chip and a gummy bear. Gummy bear squish, tortilla chips crunch.
Mm-hmm. This
Exactly.
is true.
This is
Yeah.
very true.
Thank you.
I'm most of the
The
way
more
through a
you
bottle of
know.
wine, so we're into deep philosophy now.
Yep. Yep.
All
same.
right. My total was 31.
31!
Woohoo!
Nicely done,
Which
Will.
averaged to 4.42857 repeating.
That's rough, buddy.
That might be my
That is
worst
so
average.
rough.
It genuinely might
think
be.
So. I think
Almost
so.
4.5.
Oof. That's rough, bud.
Oh man.
You got other things on the brain. You're busy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
Thank you.
And plus, at one point you said you were aiming for a perfect score average. So I mean,
This
you're
is
almost
true.
there.
Almost there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, we
Thank
play in
you.
hard
Yeah.
mode, so we actually can't do that.
I know.
We can't
I
like
know, we
artificially
can't.
get that.
We're not allowed to.
Yeah. All things considered, 4.4 is pretty good then.
It is.
It could be
yeah.
worse.
Considering everything
good.
going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Mhm.
distracted.
Yeah. Thank
Extremely.
you.
Yeah.
You got
Yep.
it. Yeah.
Yep. Extremely. Okay, Cayden.
I had a.
Oh, fun fact.
Yeah, go ahead.
My
Oh, no.
future
Oh, yeah, yeah.
father-in-law is tied in. So this is fun.
Oh,
Let's
really?
go. Hi, Will's future father-in-law.
Let's
We're his
go.
friends.
He just texted,
Yeah,
what's on your brain,
we-
William?
Did you just say what's wrong with your brain?
No, he said, what's on your
Oh,
brain,
that makes
William?
more
He
sense.
texted me.
That's true.
Yep.
Hi, Will's future father-in-law. We're his friends.
Yeah.
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 Sorry.
They're actually...
We apologize.
Okay.
Everything,
Anyways, okay.
everything bad you might see in Will is our fault.
100%. Most of it's me.
You guys are too nice. Okay, so Cayden, you're up. What was
Okay.
your total? Because this is...
I had a grand total of, drumroll please, 24. For an average of 3.428571, repeating, of course. I think I'm beat by 1.
You did. You beat me by 1, man.
Oh,
I think that might be the first time I've ever done it. I don't think I've beat
No,
you
I
before.
think you have. No, you have.
We'll have
You
to consult
You've
the
totally
archives.
beat me before. By 1, you have beat me by 1 before.
It
So
feels
I
just as
had
good
a
this time.
total. Dude. I had a total of 25. Total of 25 with an average of 3.5714285. Repeating, of course.
Okay, very nice.
Yep.
You know what's better
Didn't
than
do so
24?
good. What?
25. That's a really stupid SpongeBob reference for all the real ones in the chat.
Dude, it's
Yep.
a legit reference.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I
yeah,
don't want to
it's good.
derail your hosting duties,
Yeah.
but I'm in dire need of a potty break.
Oh my. Oh.
We always
This
take
is a perfect time, though.
Yeah, we always take a potty break on stream
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we do.
forgot.
and in real
Okay.
life and with our normal episodes too, but we edit
This
that
is
out.
true. Yeah. Which is why we had to drop the unedited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did drop unedited because I've been doing too much work.
Yeah, you have. Okay, everybody. Chat, we are going to take a... How long? 5 minutes?
I think 5 minutes, 6:45
I'm good with 5.
Okay.
Pacific.
Pacific. 9:45 Eastern.
All right, we'll be back, peeps.
Okay. Bye.
Oh no.
We're back.
Welcome
You
back.
froze, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, on the
That was-
You
countdown, I
froze on
froze.
5.
That was a far more difficult transition than I expected, but we made it work.
Yeah, that was really funny. I just hear 5. And then you guys
And then
are like,
nothing.
Well, you know, we run
Well,
a tight
we're
ship.
back.
What can I say?
Yeah.
I mean, as long
Internet
as
out
we're live,
here.
we're good.
Hey. Okay, so I guess for whatever's, do we have anything in the doc, or am I just going off what I know?
We got a bit of stuff.
Oh,
we-
in the doc?
Well,
running
kind
doc?
of. We have
No.
the New
well,
York
yeah.
trip.
Yeah.
And then we have Garrett and I have been kind of experimenting with Resin Dice a little bit. We don't have to consider
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah.
And then we also got the
Ooh.
Mercator projector, which has been on there for like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah,
it's gonna,
yeah.
It's gonna stay on there. It's always gonna
And
stay
then
on there.
yeah. Yeah. And then Vi, what do you got? Yeah, what would you
Oh,
like to talk about?
Oh, we can talk about it later because, like,
Okay.
I'd rather talk about Cayden's New York trip
Okay.
because my thing that I wanted to talk about was my RPG
That's true.
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
invented.
That's true.
Yep. I have my
Perfect.
first
Okay.
session in like 2 weeks, so
And Will, I'm going to
Yeah.
speak on behalf of our listeners. Avoid that topic. Listen,
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
listeners and
We got
co-hosts,
this.
we all know and love Venetia very well. But and we all recognize that she is a little bit insane and unhinged.
yes.
But-
100%.
She has gone and ascended to a next level of insane and unhinged with regard to her RPG, and it is frankly
Yes.
frightening. There are
Yep.
You know what? We'll save it for later. I'll save some
Yeah.
statistics for later.
Yeah.
Save some.
Okay.
Save some. Yeah.
Okay. I think
It's
we
the
can do
ADHD
this.
hyperfocus, man.
We can dodge and we can weave. We'll get through all these topics. Okay. We're gonna go. How much time do we want, Cayden? I can do this.
It is your choice. You're the host, my guy.
Okay. How far are we in the episode?
So we are
An hour.
An hour even.
An hour in. Okay. I think we can go through everything in like 40 minutes.
Let's do
I
it.
Bold
think we
choice.
can do it.
Bold choice.
Okay, so I'll kick us off in the whatever section. I recently moved, which has been very exciting. We are in a cute little country home now. I don't want to show the viewers because I don't want to dox us. The like 6 people watching are gonna come storming over.
Yep.
It's true. That's true.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, but that's
Knocking
been
down your
really
door.
fun. Hence why I don't have any wine glasses or anything, and just used a mug
Mhm.
for the wine. Had a little trouble hopping on because barely was able to find a thing to open the wine with. I couldn't find the
Swiss
thing
Army
Vi
knife
got
mentioned.
us.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, I was looking everywhere, and then thankfully, Fee, being amazing, was like, "Hey, it's totally random, but go check the top drawer in the mud room. I might have a thing that has a opener." And I was like, "Oh, sick!" So even though she's like
Dude.
12 hours away, she's still helping me.
Sophia, you
So-
are the greatest.
She is.
Yeah, no,
we
she is.
already love
Even
you
when
as much as we love Will.
Yeah, even when
It's
she
true.
left Sunday, she like cooked a few meals and was like, when she was leaving, she's like,
Aw.
"Okay, so there's these foods in the fridge, and then you can have this for." She's like lining me up so I stay alive. So shout out to her keeping me
I
alive.
love that so much.
Shout out
Aw.
to Sophia. You the real
Yeah,
one.
Mhm.
yeah, she real. And she's done most of the decorating. Let's be real. So, anyways,
Aw.
it's very nice in here. But yeah, so house hunting was a bit of an adventure. A lot of rentals, and we had a dog. So most houses are like
That's
no
right.
pets, or if they take pets,
Right.
the house is trashed because the people before had pets, and it's just like, But thankfully, we were able to find this place, and yeah, been loving it out here.
You got
Figuring out.
You got
yeah.
anything for a yard?
Yeah, we have a little yard back there.
Nice.
Super cute with a little clothesline because it's just like it's an old house. It's legit.
Nice. Super
So,
Bowl party at Will's
anyways,
house.
I mean, honestly, like I don't mind people having people over now, which is super fun because it's like it's a ton of
Aw.
room. Like
Yeah,
I
your
got
old place
everything
is
I
pretty
need.
tight.
Yeah, it was. I never had people over. Hence why I am also running internet off of Starlink now because there's no cables that run out here. And
Oh, dude.
crazy thing is, I had a friend that gave me a Starlink like 2 weeks before we got this house. Like he just happened to have a Starlink and was like, "Do you want it?" And I'm like, "I don't know if I'll use it ever, but sure."
Oh my gosh.
And then this house came on the market and it was like, "Oh my, hold up." And then we actually got it and I'm like, "Well, we're going to use it now."
Awesome.
Dude, that is
So,
so
yeah.
awesome.
Anyways.
Who was this?
Matthew.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So, yep. Anyways, he used to live out the country a bit. So, yeah. Now, then he moved into like a little apartment thing where he didn't need it. Anyways, so
Satellite
super
internet
cool.
has gotten a lot better.
Oh, it's killer. I'm getting 360 down in like
That's
90
really
up,
good.
or like 40 up.
Yeah,
And like my ping's like 20
Dude.
milliseconds.
your up
like
is
it's
toast, but yeah,
yeah, but like most of the time it is. But
True.
anyways, that's what we're running this off of. It's way better than my apartment setup was.
when we
Yeah.
first moved to the Salem area, we were way out in the boondocks, kind of like you are, and we had to do like a satellite internet or like cellular
HughesNet.
kind of thing. I think we looked into HughesNet and didn't go with it, but we used Verizon had this thing a while ago that they called like a jetpack. That it was like the Verizon jetpack. It was terrible. You were data limited. So you could only do so much. Basically, Garrett and I could only do our school because our school was online. We could only do school, and then every now and then there would be, they had off-peak hours, so you could have unlimited data during those off-peak hours, and we would very rarely like stream something. It was terrible.
Actually,
Oh,
I talked to your mom. You guys did use HughesNet.
Oh, we did use HughesNet.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I think we used it briefly.
You did. You also used the puck too.
Yeah,
So, just
I couldn't remember. I was 12 years old.
yeah. It did sound like a trip though.
It was terrible. It's gotten so much better lately, especially with like
Yeah.
Starlink.
Yep. So, anyways, that's what I've been kind of up to. Sophia brought a lot of her stuff down, which was super helpful.
Aw.
Nice.
Like her instant pot and microwave and pots and pans and like everything. Most of the stuff's hers. So-
Will, I have a
Aw.
question. Didn't you already have an instant pot?
No.
Oh,
Well,
that's your mom and Brandon
um,
have that now.
my
Yeah.
my mom and
Oh.
brother have it. Yeah. So like I just had a few things, but she like in her work she girl bossed it down with a truck and trailer and got
Nice.
like just killed it.
Honestly, Sophia is a
yeah.
girl boss.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
love
know her
her.
super well,
Yeah.
but she's an absolute girl boss.
Yeah, I don't know her
Will,
at
you're
all, and I love her.
Will, you're the wife in this relationship.
Hey, I'm working, man.
I'm kidding. It's a joke. I say that
Yeah,
jokingly.
I know. Yeah, it's great. So, anyways, yeah, that's what I've been up to. Now, Cayden, you went on a New York trip. You've had little adventures of yourself.
I did have a little adventure. So last month, we actually got back. Yeah, we returned like a month ago, almost exactly. But we went to New York, did a whole bunch of stuff. We flew into Buffalo. Shout out Buffalo Bills, go Bills. We flew into Buffalo and we stayed a couple days up in northern New York, not far from Lake Ontario. Hopped over into Canada for a day. Did Niagara Falls. Absolutely gorgeous. 100% lives up to the hype. The only thing I wish is that there was about 50% less people. But that's just typical anywhere. It was kind of a fun thing on the Canada side. So everybody we talked to who had been there said, don't bother going to the U.S. side. Canada has way better views. It's way nicer on the Canada side. So we did go into the Canada side. Absolutely perfect views of Horseshoe Falls and of the American Falls and of all of it. But it was kind of an interesting thing because the town around Niagara Falls, it has like the casino and it has all these shops and everything, and just but it is a tourist trap town. It kind of feels like you're walking down like the main drag at a state fair, but if it was a whole town. It has like there's like a Ripley's Believe It or Not, there's a Margaritaville, there's a Rainforest Cafe. It is a tourist trap. The falls were gorgeous, but the town made me immediately viscerally angry. I was inclined to violence. So we didn't bother spending a lot of time there. The falls were gorgeous.
They were. I saw the pictures.
Yeah. So we went to Niagara Falls. And then we drove down through the Finger Lakes area, which is where we found Thirsty Owl Wine Company, not a sponsor. We found them out there, and then drove down to Vi's area down in southern New York. And so we did a whole bunch of stuff down there. Went to like Minnewaska State Park, which was beautiful. We saw like Lake Minnewaska, Awasting Falls, which many may recognize from the appearance in the show Severance. Minnewaska State Park was heavily featured in an episode of that show. It was cool. A lot of fun.
We went
Hung
to
out
a
with
lot of
Vi
distilleries.
a ridiculous amount.
Yay!
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. She went completely overkill on getting plans and people together. It was an absolute blast. So I cannot applaud you enough for the work you did on that trip. So thank you very much.
Oh man.
Thank you very much.
Nah. I didn't I didn't do enough, quite honestly.
No, you
I wanted
did
to
plenty.
Make sure that you guys...
I don't think we had a free minute on that entire trip. Like it wasn't a vacation. Like we were traveling. Like we were busy every minute of that trip. And so and a lot of that in the second like week of it was in big thanks to you. So yeah.
Aw, I'm glad you had fun. I had
still
fun.
tells oh yeah, we had a lot of fun. Mom tells people when she's talking about that trip, Mom says it was so great. Cayden and Venetia planned everything. So she's like, Mom, Dad, Garrett didn't have to lift a finger. It was all you and I. It was so funny. But then driving back,
I mean, it's kind of true.
Yeah, no, it is true. It's very true. But going back home, we flew back out of Buffalo, but we drove the southern route, so along the southern border of New York, and then briefly stops in like Letchworth State Park. Gorgeous, beautiful. Would recommend. And then flew back out of Buffalo. So we basically made one gigantic circle around Western New York, starting and ending in Buffalo. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed New York. Yeah. I wish there was an
Yay.
easier way to share pictures with the live stream. But I took a metric buttload of pictures. I think it was well over 1,000. And which, I mean, isn't much if you're talking like real photographer terms. But I took a lot of photos and then I narrowed it down to like 150 or so. But
Did you put them in our Discord?
What Discord?
A Discord? I feel like you put some pictures in one of our Discords.
I may have.
Maybe I can.
One of them. Well,
I might be able to do something.
It's kind of a thing because I'd have to set up an OBS camera that's linked to the picture. It's a whole big thing.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll make one a thumbnail on something. Well, no, I won't make it a thumbnail on YouTube because this is just going to be on YouTube as it is. So, you know what? Sorry, listeners. Most of you know me in person, so if you want pictures, I'll send you some.
That is true. All six of our listeners right now.
That's true. Shout out to the 6 of you. You guys are the real ones. Let's see. We got Will's brother. We got Elena. We got Will's future father-in-law. I don't know who the other three are, but shout out to all of you.
Yay!
Yeah.
So that's my thing. That's New York. I can't think of anything specific I want to share. I mean, it was just a lot of
We went
hustle.
to a bunch of distilleries.
We did go to several distilleries. Actually, it was crazy. There was one distillery we went to. I think it was like Hudson Valley Whiskey or whatever it was called.
Hudson whiskey, yeah.
Hudson Whiskey, yeah. One of the employees there that we met, just out of the blue, happened to be from Portland and had moved up to New York. And so that was random. And she knew some of the same folks my parents knew from like years back. And so that was weird.
Wow.
Small world, but yeah.
Very small world.
We got rained on a lot that day. Oh yeah, that day actually also we saw the
Yes.
bridge from A Quiet Place.
Yep. Yes, we did.
Out of what was it, Beacon, New York?
Yeah, that was in no, New Paltz. That one was in New Paltz.
New Paltz,
Beacon
but not
had
far
the,
from Beacon.
Yeah. Beacon had the pharmacy, the shop that they were in the
Oh
beginning
yeah,
of the
that we
movie.
didn't go into.
Mhm.
But there's a Doctor
Yeah.
Who cafe that was closed.
Yes, I know. I was so sad that was closed.
Yeah. Beacon was a cute little town. Went to whatever that cafe was
They have
called.
a cat cafe. Yeah, they have a cat cafe too.
And then there was that
And then
other
we got-
like diner.
Yes.
I can't remember.
Oh
what
yeah,
it was
that's
called.
right. Yeah, I can't remember either. And then there was the
Like a 50s style diner.
glazed donuts.
Oh yeah, glazed
Mhm.
over was it?
Yeah, for the donuts.
Mm-hmm. Good donuts. Custom donuts. You get to like pick your toppings and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was super cool.
Yeah. That was a fun day. That was
It
a very
was.
fun day.
Yeah. I think pretty
And then
much
we went to
like
City Winery.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Garrett actually bought a set of tasting glasses from City Winery. The wines were okay. I've definitely had better, but they weren't bad, and the food was pretty good. I ordered a pretty light food, which hindsight I would have ordered something else, but it was good. It was still really good, and Garrett got like tasting glass sets, so it was like 4 little tiny like wine glasses. They're super cute, and a little tray that they all sit in.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically every day that we didn't have booked doing something else, we basically spent all of the day with Vi. So she was our tag along.
Yep.
Oh, we went
I
to
know
Angry
every-
Orchard. Angry Orchard.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know where they sell it or if they're even selling it, but they had like a spiced cider. It was like, what was it, pumpkin pie spice, or was
yeah.
it pumpkin
yeah,
spice?
something like that.
Hold on.
I think it was like some sort of pumpkin, and then they added the fireball to it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna look at Angry. Hold on.
so good.
That
Dude,
sounds
it
good.
was so good. Allow all cookies.
A little on
Yes,
the
I'm
sweet
over
side
21.
for me, but
It was a little on the sweet side, but let's see here. Learn more.
it was very good, very very good,
I'm-
especially with the fireball.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to find the one that it was. Let's see. Visit our orchard. Cider house menu.
That was really fun too, though.
Let's see. That's the food. Our ciders. Sobriety pack. Other styles. Son of a gun! I don't see it.
Okay.
Anywho,
Hey,
it was
Cayden.
like a spice. It was like an apple pie or like pumpkin spice kind of thing. They
yeah,
did
maybe
like
it's the apple pie.
it might have been apple pie, but anyhow, they did like a caramel and like something rim around it, and then threw a
Sugar.
shot of fireball
Yeah.
in it. It was
Nice.
unbelievable. So good, so
Ooh.
good.
Nice. I wanted to show some of the pictures you took.
Oh, okay. We
Ish.
can do that. Hold on. let's-
Yeah, barely. There you go.
Ooh.
Hold on.
Can you see?
There we go. I've got you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Anyways, yeah, there was the ones Cayden took.
Such
Niagara
pretty
Fall.
pictures.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
those are from those first couple were from the tower. There's a tower on the Canadian side that goes way up, and so you get a nice overhead view.
That's super pretty though. I like
So
it.
gorgeous.
That one was
Okay.
nice because it had like the birds that flew in just at the right time and the Maid of the Mist down there.
I see that. Yeah.
I love
Bird.
that picture. Yeah.
Bird.
Bird.
Shout out to birds.
Yeah, that's
Birds
awesome.
are great.
Yeah, that's all the ones I downloaded real quick. But yeah,
No,
I
that's
just wanted to show. It looks really pretty.
this is going to be great for the Spotify audience.
I know, right? Right?
Yeah.
Let's see
Hey,
here.
look, there's us.
There we go.
There
We're
we
back
go.
in business.
Yeah. Cool.
Aw. I've never been to Niagara Falls, so I actually need to go.
Which
pretty
is
soon.
crazy because you've lived in New York for a couple of years now.
Yeah, 3.5 years I've been in New York, and I'm only like what 4 or 5 hours away.
Unbelievable. Yeah, so that's
I
my
have a
New York trip.
passport, too.
That's my New York trip.
Awesome.
Yay!
Awesome. Very good. Thank you, Cayden.
It was
Okay.
really
Okay,
fun.
Oh,
Elena,
somebody in
Elena
chat-
confirms it's a pumpkin cider.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, the caramel rim.
With the caramel
Yeah.
rim, yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds really good. Cool. So, Vi, what did you want to talk about other than your RPG? What do you have?
Well,
Yeah.
I have been playing tabletop RPGs for like, let's see, 8-9 years now,
Mhm.
and
Was
I've
it
only
2016 that you
played
said
them.
you started?
Yes, 2016. Yeah. So I have been a player this entire time. I've never GM'd a game. And I found some friends that want to play, but they're all newbies. They've either only played once or twice, or they have no experience whatsoever in TTRPGs. And so they asked me to be their GM. So of course, in very Vi fashion, I decided to completely create my own story and RPG.
Yeah, so you're using GURPS as a rules base, but the setting and everything
Yes.
is completely original.
Yep, the story, everything is from my brain. And
It's a
Now,
dark place in
granted,
there,
I-
chat. It's scary.
yeah. Like I said before, it's the ADHD hyperfocus. Once I get really, really into something, it's like rabbit hole, like deep in the rabbit hole, man. And so I put out a poll. I probably shouldn't have done this, but I put out a poll to my friends of like, okay, what kind of genre do you want to do? Do you want to do like medieval? Do you want to do dystopian? Do you want to do like sci-fi? Which one do you want to do? Post-apocalyptic? Like I gave them a bunch of different ones. Western, like I gave them a bunch. They voted on this poll, and there were ones that were like all picked, where all of them decided like I wanted to pick all of these. So and there's 5 of them. And so I decided I'm going to combine all the ones that they picked. So I did a
Nice.
dystopian, post-apocalyptic, sci-fi medieval setting. So my setting is that the world ended and aliens tried to help
So wait,
them.
now here's the question: is there a chance that any of your players will be listening and that there will be spoilers?
No,
Okay.
no, they will not be listening. I promise you, none of them will be listening. I don't even think any of them know that we have a podcast.
Smart.
And
Keep
so,
it that way.
Yep. So yeah, I decided I'm gonna make it about aliens. I'm gonna make it like post-apocalyptic in a dystopian society, and it's all gonna be medieval. So I did that. I put it all together. I made a story, and then for the past month and a half or 2 months now, I have been. Granted, I have been using ChatGPT. I've never used ChatGPT like as much as I have now to make like. Because I needed to make items, I needed to make loot tables, I needed to make like weapons and armor and all of these different things. And I told it what I wanted, and it gave me everything that I needed. And it's pretty much done. I made my own core rule book. Essentially, I have literally made my own core rule book, and
I'm gonna tell the listeners something real quick.
Do it.
That
it.
ultimate core rule book that she's made is 3 separate Google Docs.
Yes, because I ran out of tabs.
There is
Apparently
well
the
over
limit
And all of this stuff that she's made, there is probably well over 250 tabs within Google Docs, and there's
Yes.
like probably 500 or so pages of nonsense.
At least.
I say nonsense lightly.
It is. I went deep into the lore and into the story. Like, I have my own currency. I made enemies. Like, I made even like hazardous locations, and I like, and it all. I'm very proud of myself because it all came from my brain. It was all after. But Cayden helped me. Okay, he and I had a brainstorming session. No, you helped me. We had a brainstorming session, and then that got like the gears running, and then I just went full speed like Mach 5 down the
I
highway.
regret everything.
Because I was like, where do I start? What should I do? I'm like, why
Mhm.
don't I combine all of them? And then that just started me down the rabbit hole, and now I have a city in this post-apocalyptic world that is called Novenhold. And I love the name that I came up with it because of the dual meanings of the name. Because like Noven kind of means like Nova from the stars, and then also to new. And so it's like a new city, but also to with the alien connection because of just how everything is all connected. Because
I didn't
this
even
city,
know that.
really? You didn't
No.
know? Oh,
Dude,
and then
there's
I
so
think
much. I
whole-
haven't read all your stuff.
There's hundreds of tabs. Of course, you have not read all of my stuff. Literally hundreds.
I'm glad you don't expect me to.
Of course not. Are you kidding me? I barely have enough time to audit it and check it and read it all. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Like you said earlier, I am unhinged and I am insane. So,
Clinically.
take yes, clinically actually. Oh my goodness. But
That's
anyways,
awesome.
yep. I created this entire story about like an advanced civilization that pretty much killed themselves or were on the brink of killing themselves, and then they like sent out a message into the stars, and aliens answered them. And we're like, "Oh, okay. Hey, we'll come help you because we're a benevolent species and we want to help everybody." But then like Earth was just like, certain people were like, aliens are horrible. We want to kill what we don't understand." So they attacked the aliens, and then the aliens were like, "Okay, you guys are terrible, and so we're going to kill all of you. We're going to kill all the bad people and save all the ones that we think are good, and then we're going to come back later, and if you guys are still good, then we'll help you out again." In the meantime, we're going to try to fix you because we think that something's wrong with you. And so that then spurns a bunch of stuff that happens. And then they start off now from base level technology and slowly work up to medieval technology, like progression. And that's where we find ourselves in my campaign, is we're at the technological advancement of medieval times. But because they still have access to all of the old world tech, which was all futuristic, they have like all of these power cells, and they have like these flying cars, and they have plasma swords.
Flying cars I was not aware of.
Yeah, there's a flying car.
Okay.
Like
That's legit.
the speeder in Star Wars, where
okay.
it's just like, you know, yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So they have access, but then everything else is like iron and like chainmail and all of the other stuff, and it's really fun. And there's
That's
also like
legit.
these genetic anomalies because they also thought that like they could fix humans by genetically altering them, but that actually didn't work out the way that they thought it did. And so now these genetically altered humans have special powers.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
yeah.
It's
Good
a
job.
thing.
Yeah, that
It's
is
a thing.
yep.
Yeah.
That's a thing. That is my campaign.
Uh-huh.
Session
We
one
could
has
start.
not happened yet. It will
Oh,
happen
okay.
in October sometime.
Okay.
I want
You'll
to
have to let us know
reiterate
how it
something
goes.
for the listeners.
Yeah.
Session 1 has not been played, and Vi has about, I think you could safely say, 350 pages of lore. And
I
that's
do.
probably underselling it.
Yep, I do.
If
And
if Tolkien and a Warhammer wiki had a baby and forgot to raise it, that would be you.
Man.
why is that so completely accurate?
You know why it's so accurate? I'm going to tell the listeners a story. A while back, I asked
my
ChatGPT to roast me based on my chat history, and that was what it said about me.
That's right. Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. It did. Oh my goodness. That was great. Oh my goodness. Yep.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Same, dude. Same.
Okay. We'll have to hear how it goes.
Yeah.
Session 1.
I will tell you. Next episode we'll probably
Do you
talk
have
about
people
it.
lined up already? How many
I
are we
do,
looking at?
and so there's 5.
Okay.
2 have created their own character sheets. So
Mhm.
they're the ones that have played TTRPGs before. The other 3 I've created their character sheets for them. And so I already have kind of like an idea of it's going to be really fun actually to see what they do with what I give them.
Yep.
Because that's the fun part about doing TTRPGs is you might have something planned that you're like, okay, we're going to do this. And they're going to go way off in a different direction. You're like, all right, we're doing this.
This is the bane of my existence as a GM.
Yep.
I know this because I was that player.
Yep. I only played
I
like
was
2
the
sessions
player.
with you, but
Yeah.
That's right, you have.
All right. All right. I think we do need to move topics though.
Yep.
Speaking
move
of
topics.
players
Move topics.
going off and no, that's really cool though. That actually sounds really awesome.
Thank you. I
Good
appreciate
job
it.
combining all that stuff. So
It was probably
right.
not needed. Probably not needed, and I guarantee you that I'm not going to use probably half of it.
Oh
but
yeah. No.
it's been fun.
Great.
it's fun.
Good. That's good. That's the important bit.
And I have to say,
So-
it is partly my
Yeah.
fault because when we had our little brainstorming session, I did say there is a route that you could combine all of those.
It is definitely your fault.
Good job.
I'll take the
Cayden.
blame.
Okay. All right. So I'm thinking I'll do a quick little app mention, but also, well, actually, you had a little whatever, right, Cayden?
Did I?
Resin Dice.
Oh yeah, Garrett and I have kind of been working on making resin
Yeah.
dice a little bit. It's a bit of a challenge to avoid bubbles. It's more of a challenge than we had at first expected because it tends to get really. You get a lot of bubbles, and the surface finish is absolutely garbo. So we've been working on that. It's mostly Garrett's thing more so than mine, but I've been just like kind of helping out a little bit. I think he plans to get a pressure pot eventually, which should help. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been a challenge. They're pretty, but yeah, the surface finish is hard. I have a few ideas that I haven't got a chance to try yet. But Garrett's been experiencing a little frustration about it. But it's been fun because I really like dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty colors.
It's true. I have to disappear for like 2 seconds, so I'll be back.
Okay. All right.
Don't talk about me while I'm gone.
I'll keep them entertained.
I'm going to tell you a story about dice real quick then.
Oh, I thought you'd be like, I'm going to tell you a story about Cayden. Real quick.
Man. I'm going to miss the dice story, but it's
just-
fine. I'll catch it during the episode.
Yeah, I was going to say that like
Yeah.
I am definitely a dice goblin because I collect so many dice. Like I love them so much. I love dice. Like they're so pretty, and I did a thing because in my TTRPG I created my own currency.
Is it dice?
And so no, it's not dice. It's this weird like conglomeration between alien nanites and metal. And so the alien nanites and metal have like fused together and made a stable new material, and that is the currency, and they're called shards. And so they look like metal with like blue veins in them. And so they just happen to have dice that look like that are metal with like blue resin in them. And so what I did is I bought 5 sets of dice. Granted, they were really cheap on Amazon, so I could afford it.
Mhm.
They were like only $10, and so I bought 5 sets of dice because they're all newbies. All of my players that I'm going to be playing with are all newbies, so they don't really have
Mhm.
any dice. And so I bought 5 sets of dice that are that metal and blue resin combined. And so I got them so I could be like, this is what the shards look like. This is your currency. And so they all have a set of dice that looks like the currency that they're going to be using in the game. So
Yeah. That's
I'm very
awesome.
proud of that. I'm very, very proud of that.
Yeah. Good job.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's cool. Okay. All right. Well, Cayden's gone. I
I
was
know, I
gonna
know.
move into our closing segments.
I know, we're pretty much done. It's been like an hour and a
Cayden,
half.
yeah, I'm
This
ready to
for a live
wrap it
show,
up.
this is really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, yeah. I think
I
we're
mean,
on pace. So I was gonna do my deal of the week. Start with that.
yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's
Okay,
back.
perfect.
He's
Woo!
back.
Woo! All right, we're doing
I'm back.
concluding
Yay.
comments. So
We're wrapping up, man.
Oh, okay.
we're wrapping up. So I'm gonna do deal of the week, which is kind of a
Mhm.
little bit of like a few stories. That's kind of why I'm trying to allow a little sliver of time. Um, very niche. It's if you're what do you call it? If you're at your bachelor party. So, so deal of the week is as a engaged man, me and my groomsmen all went to Long Beach, Washington, and
Oh.
we did all the things. We had a ton of fun, but we also mentioned that it was my bachelor party at a few places.
Hey,
You
that's what you
know, there
do.
you go. So that's the deal of the week.
Just say it's your bachelor party.
Yeah. Yeah, so we went to like a little cafe or whatever. Actually, per Cayden's family recommendation, your brother
Mm-hmm.
recommended a place in Astoria,
Supper club.
Club or something.
Yep.
Yeah, Supper Club.
Good
Really
spot.
good. The waitress was super nice, like super funny. She like played along with we picked on one of the groomsmen quite a bit, and she totally went with it and picked on him quite a bit too.
Which groomsman was it?
Sam.
Yeah,
So
Sam. Shout out Sam.
she was
Hey.
super fun, but she was like a good sport about it. Like, oh no, okay, no, I'm not frozen. So, anyways, towards the end of the dinner though, she was like, "You guys want any or like dessert or anything?" She's like, "Any special occasion going on?" And of course, we told her, like, "Oh, this guy just got engaged," like, and she's like, "Oh, awesome," and she's like, "Do you want a cookie?" And I'm
Do
like,
you
"What?"
want a cookie?
And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Okay, what kind?" And I'm like, "What kinds are there?" She's like, "We have Heath, we have peanut butter, we have chocolate chip." And I'm like, "Oh, this is awesome." So, anyways, I got a free Heath cookie.
Nice.
And then what is it? The next day we went to a distillery and we did a little tasting there, and they were like, "Well, if you buy one of our bottles, the tasting will be free, the flights." So because they had like whiskey, gin, vodka, just all the stuff. And so anyways, we tried all the flights. One of the groomsmen bought a bottle, and I was like, "Oh, I'll take like that kind too." It's a whiskey, or what is it? It's a whiskey made from a porter. I showed Cayden, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I didn't. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me find my
Anyways,
message with you.
it's really interesting.
Or
But
the
anyways,
back of the
I
bottle.
asked to buy one of the bottles, and of course, one of the groomsmen was like, "Yeah, it's like his bachelor weekend, so we're up here, trying some things." He's like, "Oh," he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Well, tell you what, I'm going to give you 10% off." And and I
Nice.
was like, "Okay, I'll take that."
Yeah, so they
Um,
use a modified recipe from North Jetty Brewing.
mm,
They use a special batch of their porter as a base for their malt whiskey. So
yeah, really interesting.
yeah, that's kind of weird. So it's probably the
So,
same malt that they would use in the porter beer that they use for the whiskey.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sorry, I just got a text from my father-in-law, future father-in-law.
Shout out Will's future father-in-law.
Yeah. So anyway, and then we went to mini golf, as you do. They did not really.
Ooh.
It was an older guy at the counter. He didn't care. It was my bachelor weekend, so
Your mileage
mini
may
golf was
vary.
fun, but no free stuff there.
Sadness.
Yeah, he's just like, okay, whatever. But then we went to a pie place, and this is where we get like mega free stuff. So we go in, and this is just chance. We didn't tell him that like it was my bachelor weekend. We go in, and he has like some pies in the fridge and some on the shelves. Like there's like a caramel apple and some gluten-free pies, and there's like a key lime and a chocolate peanut butter thing in the fridge and all this. And he's like, yeah. He's like, so like any of the pies you want to sample, just let me know. We can get a little sample, a few bites for you guys. And we're like, okay, cool. Like we'll try the chocolate peanut butter. And he like pulled it out of like a thing that said sample on it. And he's like, yeah, all of you, like there's like 4 or 5 of us. He's like, all of you take a fork and just take a bite, try some. We basically demolished the little mini pie. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, you guys want to try anything else? And we're like, the key lime looks pretty interesting. He's like, okay, yeah, go ahead. And he's like, oh, it looks like I'll just open a new one. He like pulls a new one out, and like he's like, yeah, you guys have some of this, like. So we all take a bite and we like eat half of it or something. He's like, yeah, anything else like you guys want to try or whatever? And we're like, this is weird. And I'm like eyeballing the caramel apple ones. But then we decide, you know what? And he's like, you know what? If you guys like buy a pie, I'll just throw in these like ones you guys been sampling off of. Like I'll just throw them in. Doesn't matter. So we're like, oh, cool. So we buy a gluten-free pie for one of the groomsmen, like a full-size pie. And so then we buy like a little mini pie, and he throws in the mini pies. So we have like 3 mini pies and 1 giant pie.
Goodness.
Nice.
So we're already sitting pretty good. We basically only paid for like 1 big pie. And then we go to a shop next door, and then we come back and get in the car. And then the owner, forgot to mention. The owner did mention why he gave us a bunch of stuff was because he was trying to sell out so he could go to Montana tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason. He's
yeah.
trying to get rid of stock, man. He's like, if I can get rid of all this, I get to go on vacation. So
classic.
So we go to the shop next door. We get back in the car, and then he comes out and goes, he puts his finger up, and then he goes back in his store and brings out the caramel apple pie I was eyeballing, and he just hands it to us through the car window. And he's like, here.
Homie's just trying to get rid of stuff.
And then just walks back into the store.
Oh my goodness.
Whoever you are, pie guy, if by some miracle you hear this, you are in our hearts and in our minds.
It was legit. Yeah. So they were really good too.
Oh man.
But anyways, so like we only paid for 1 large pie and 1 mini pie, but we got 2 large pies and 3 mini pies by the end of it. So like we were drowning in pie.
Pie guy is the goat.
Drowning in pie.
It was legit. Thankfully, it was like our first night there, so we were able to like have it have it throughout the day, and then have it at night, and then have some for breakfast. And
drowning in pie
polished
is how
it
I'd
off.
like to go.
Yeah, it was awesome. So, anyways, that was just kind of fun. That was kind of my little deal of the week. Was like, okay, it doesn't hurt to mention it. A little 10% off there, a little free cookie there.
There you go.
Not bad.
Yeah. Anytime you're doing anything, bachelor party, bachelorette party, engagement, anything, mention it. Honeymoon.
Yep, we plan on it.
Make sure you
Big
mention
one.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're on our honeymoon. Bottle of champagne.
Yeah, exactly. Because the champagne loosens you up to buy more stuff.
There you go.
It's pretty great. So that was kind of my little deal of the week, what we experienced the past couple.
Nice.
Anyway, so
nice.
okay.
Good deals.
Yep. And then so
Not that we
Cayden,
condone lying, that it's your bachelor party, bachelorette party, etc. We don't condone that, but you know, if it is, say so.
All right, Cayden, what's our dad joke of the week?
Well, last week I had something that was very thematically appropriate for the wedding things and whatnot. This week I don't. But I've been thinking, I've been kind of like doing a deep dive into like inventions over the past like 200 years or so. And I think out of all of them, the whiteboard has been the most remarkable.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. I will say, though, I mean, it's older than 200 years, obviously, but the shovel was pretty groundbreaking.
Good job.
Yep. The broom was one that really swept the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Thank you for that.
Oh, that was good. That was good. That was very good.
Oh man, I love the dad joke segment. It's even drier than Wordle. I mean, let's be real here.
As I'm writing down dad joke, hour 46.
Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you,
Oh,
Cayden.
my
You never
goodness.
disappoint, ever.
I wouldn't say never. I've been known to disappoint.
Nah, man. No, not even.
Okay, my father-in-law just texted. Okay, so the original text was, what about electrician's tools? And he's like, you're really going to let that one slide, huh?
I know about this one. My brother was in on this one.
Yeah, there was a joke about a guy told us to go in a separate room, and then one of the groomsmen, and then he came out and was like, so, bachelor party, got you guys some strippers? And then pulled out the electrician
Wire
tool,
strippers.
wire strippers. He got us all some. It was pretty solid.
Everybody
actually
got some wire strippers.
I didn't have a set, so I was and two of the other groomsmen were like, one of them does fiber optic for work, and he's like, actually, this is really nice.
Oh, that's
So
right. I forgot that Sam actually might have a use.
Yeah, Sam actually installs cabling internet for work. So
Oh my gosh.
we were all like, and one of them does IT full time. So he was like, yeah, actually, I needed a pair of these.
You gotta have a good stripper in your life. What can I say?
We were all thoroughly.
I needed a pair of strippers, man.
Yeah, we were all very happy. Actually, we're like, this is actually pretty solid.
Yeah. I mean, can you call yourself a man if you don't have strippers handy?
No, you can't.
No.
You're
Man,
a group of nerds.
I'd
and we
like
all
some strippers. I think they'd come in handy too.
I don't think I actually have any strippers.
Yeah, we're all
I'm not a man.
Big group of. We're like, oh, nice. Actually, I needed these. So, anyways, then I promptly got a text from my future father-in-law. Do you care to explain what's happening over there? Something you need to tell us?
Oh,
it's not what you think.
Great, man. That is great.
So,
Classic.
anyways. Oh. Hold on.
Oh, well.
He actually just texted me where it is. She knows. Hold on.
Oh, she knows where the wire
No.
stripper is. He's gonna grab the stripper.
No.
Well,
Yes,
while Will's gone.
strippers!
Oh, okay. I was gonna
She
say we'll
takes
talk to him
care
about
of
our
me,
On the
man.
sponsor.
live stream.
So anyways.
We got strippers on the live stream.
Strippers on the live stream.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Maybe
We
that
did
should be
first
the
get it.
title.
We're like boutique.
Oh,
Boutique strippers.
Booty
We
queer.
Very
are
nice.
definitely getting demonetized.
Is-
They are.
Were we even monetized?
No.
There's 7 and 1 stripping pliers. Not in one and one.
Whoa.
And one.
You mispronounced. You
Okay.
mispronounced booty quay.
Oh my gosh. So, anyways, we're gonna keep going. The back was the funniest though, because like some of the wording is like, Vi is dying.
Chat says the stream should be labeled not safe for work, and I think that they're right.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Anyways, I'm gonna
Oh my
read the
goodness.
back. It says, "Don't bash clamp body. Do not use this product. Click other things. Not used to clip other cut capacity more than steel wire."
Wow,
I'm reading it word for word.
This is like the most Chinese Google
Yeah.
Translate.
This product is insulation class, cannot be guaranteed security. Please do not live to work.
Please do not live to work.
And I live by that. I've been saying that for years.
Yeah. So
That is some solid advice from a stripper.
True. You know, strippers can be wise.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's move on. So, anyways, bye.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Bye.
of
So,
the month,
anyways,
right?
book of the month.
I
Yeah.
like how all the rest of our segments are of the week, but Vise is of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the book of the month?
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. That's a hard segue, man.
Yep.
This is true. We have really slacked off on segues. I'm sorry, listeners.
We go from strippers to now remarkably bright creatures, which I imagine that strippers are actually remarkably bright.
Oh my gosh. Remarkably bright strippers.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Anyways, yeah. Did I mention that we had our book club party? It was really awesome, and everything was like sea themed, octopus themed, and like, yeah, everybody. I made fish eggs.
As you do.
I did for the party. Everybody made like themed stuff for it. One of the girls was allergic to seafood, so we couldn't bring seafood or shellfish. But we had a bunch of like bell peppers shaped like octopus, and then like crabs and like all kinds of stuff. So we had and clamshells. Like we had a bunch of stuff that was all under the sea and kind of like marine themed. And I made fish eggs. Basically, they're little fish bites, like fish eggs, in the sense of they're little egg bites, but they're shaped in fish because I put them in fish molds.
I see. Fish eggs.
So I made fish eggs.
Are they fish eggs or are they egg fish?
That's a good question.
Where's
Both?
Play-Doh when we need him?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I made fish eggs, and it was really cool. We made bookmarks too of like our own little bookmarks, and we had like little stickers and stuff that we could put on them. I made one with like a little octopus, and then I wrote like a quote from the book. But it was a really good book. I highly recommend Remarkably Bright Creatures. It was so good, and it made me cry, as always.
Everything makes you cry.
Everything makes me cry. I can't help it. I'm an emotional person. But it was a really good book. I really liked it. The octopus his name was Marcellus, and the octopus was the star of the show. So it was good. And I thoroughly enjoyed our whole little book club meeting. And our next book, okay, we drew out of a fishbowl what our next book was going to be. Our next book, believe it or not, Jurassic Park.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Let's go,
Okay.
Jurassic Park. You've
Let's
read Jurassic
go.
Park, haven't you?
No, I've read
Oh.
a lot of
I've read Jurassic Park.
no,
Oh.
I've read like Andromeda Strain. I've been like tons of like Michael Crichton stuff, but like I have not read Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park is very good. Very different from the movie.
Oh, I know. I know it's very different. I know it's
Like
super, super
you can
different,
see
but,
there's a
like,
lot of like stuff that the movie took from it, but it is very different from the movie. Have you, speaking of Michael Crichton, have you read Timeline?
I haven't read Timeline.
Timeline is also excellent.
Really?
It's
Okay,
very
I'm adding
good.
that to my list.
Yes.
What's it
Because
called?
I love
Timeline?
Michael Crichton.
There's a little bit of language in there. I will warn you about
And
that.
it's fine.
But
No worries.
Timeline, excellent.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to my list because I love Michael Crichton.
Michael Crichton is like insane. Like
He is
a little bit, you know, like how Andy Weir has a certain sort of like credibility.
Yes.
That is like, you know, he's done a little bit of research. Michael Crichton 10 times more.
Yeah.
Like dude does his research.
Yes, I love Andromeda Strain, man.
I've never read
Strain is,
Andromeda
like,
Strain.
Oh, you need to read Andromeda Strain. It is so good. It's my favorite Michael Crichton book.
I'm
Seriously.
slowly piecing my way through Lord of the Rings at the moment. So
Oh, yes, Lord of the Rings, man.
Yeah.
I have it on Audible. So
I should have
I'm able to
read The
listen to
Hobbit
books.
first because that technically is first, but I'm just going straight.
Yeah,
to Lord of the
technically.
Rings.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna read it, then I'm gonna watch the movies because it's like I'm a nerd and it's a rite of passage.
Dude, we should have a movie night where we like watch them back to back all day.
You
like,
do
movie
realize
marathon.
that's like 12 hours.
I know exactly how long they are, and I have done it before, man.
Well, you're coming up next month. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I am.
Oh,
I don't even care.
important news on that front.
What?
We are getting new furniture for our upstairs room, so our upstairs room will be like legit by the time you're here.
No way.
Like it'll be so legit.
I'm so excited.
We got the huge TV. We got surround sound. We're gonna have like theater seat recliners.
Oh,
So good.
What the heck? What? Oh my god.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be.
You realize
insane.
I bought my plane tickets already, right?
Tell me your dates later.
Did I? Okay.
I mean, I think it's
bought
the
my
same
plane
dates we
tickets
talk
already,
about,
so-
but yeah.
It is. It is the same days. It
Okay.
is the same days that we
So
talked about.
we'll
but,
figure
like,
out
it's official
stuff
now.
to do while you're here another time.
Okay. Anyways, yes. Remarkably Bright Creatures, really good book. About to read Jurassic Park, and I have been reading the Dungeon Crawler series with Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I'm on the second book now. And like I said, I had to preface it with saying like very inappropriate, but hilarious inappropriate jokes, and definitely not family friendly, but absolutely hilarious. And now I'm on the Doomsday Scenario, which is the second book, and oh my goodness, it is so funny.
I looked it up and I tried to get a hold of it, but I would need to get it like through some different platform because it's not available on Apple Books for some reason.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oof.
That's very sad.
Yep, iPhone moment.
But yeah,
I mean, I could just get the Kindle app and get it on Amazon, but
there you go. Do that.
Yeah.
Oh, Apple. Oh, iPhones. I have my lovely Google Pixel.
well, it's not so much an Apple issue. It's that he probably has a deal with Amazon or whatever.
Probably.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
That's
So
my
we
book of the
good?
month.
That's
That
it.
is what I am
I
reading.
think so.
Nice.
Yay!
Very good. We did it. We
I
made
did
it
not
through.
write down book of the month. Oh well.
We'll figure it out. The
live
timestamps
episode.
won't really be legit anyways because we didn't pause our Audacity recordings during the break. And so...
Ooh, good point.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
yay! Live episode.
Yeah.
Life goes on.
All right. So who closes us?
Life finds a way.
Life finds a way. Yeah.
All right, Cayden, you want to get us sent off here?
Yeah, before we do our official send off, I would like to first give chat an opportunity to say if there's anything they want us to come in with real quick, to cover really briefly. This is your opportunity to do so. Otherwise, I would like to give a brief announcement. So, we're going to give Will a
Oh, that's right.
reprieve for a couple months from Wine Wordle and whatever, because Homeboy be getting married. So
Because
next,
I got us demonetized. So.
yeah, hey, Will and his strippers. So
I mean,
that
we all
being
like
said,
our
next
strippers,
month,
man.
I believe next month, if we can manage to get it in during October, I'd be surprised. But next episode, tune in. I believe we're going to be doing a Japanese whiskey with Will's brother. So we'll see how that goes. Speaking of Will's brother, he said he would like a premiere live stream for next time to build hype and remind the viewers when it starts. I don't know how that works.
That was my fault.
For live streaming specifically. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to set up Premiere. I did give the reminder a week before and start the stream 10 minutes early, but
Yeah, you can also premiere an episode too.
you can premiere episodes.
And be like, it will be out at 5 p.m.
Which I've never done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens when we live stream next time. It might be fun, actually, now that I think about it, to live stream the anniversary episode.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know what I mean. Obviously, it's not till February, but we have a lot of time before then, to plan something. But that would be a fun one to live stream. February 14th is actually on a Saturday next year.
Well, let's do it.
So we'll see. We'll see what we can do. We might try and live stream our second year anniversary. Do something fun. I think it would. I have thought for a while that it would be really fun to do a Wine Wordle and Whatever themed RPG session. But I don't know how to make that work. I could find a way to make it work. But that would be fun.
Oh my goodness. That would be so fun. Fun for us. I don't know how fun for the viewers, but fun for us.
I don't know. Anyhow, now for the real wrap up. This was a fun episode. I think the frenetic wind up to the episode, just how quickly we had to get into things and get into episode gear for the live stream was definitely impacted the energy a little bit, but it was still a fun episode nonetheless. We got to sample a wine from the Finger Lakes region in New York. It was from the Thirsty Owl Wine Company from my recent visit to New York. It was a 2024 Vidal Blanc, a grape variety that I had never heard of before I tried it, actually. But I was really surprised. Like Vi, I'm not a huge fan of sweeter wines, but if I wanted a sweeter wine, this would be the one right here. This was a very good, our first white wine on the podcast that doesn't suck. Will and Vi gave it an 8. I gave it an 8.5. Let's see. Brandon says, I appreciate not having static pictures to look at during the stream. He really wants us to upload video versions of the podcast. Listen, Gigabyte Intel, I'm going to take another tangent during this wrap up to tell you something.
I think we can. That's what he was about to say.
We would have to completely change how we record, is the thing. Because it'll either mean better audio quality or video. And the reason for that is yeah. Oh, you were just saying that as a comment. You're just saying that as a general comment for the thing. I see. Yeah, if we wanted to do that every episode, we would have to completely change the way we record because it's a thing, it's a rabbit hole.
We could make it work.
No, we really could.
We'll look into it.
I think we could. I think we could. Poor Cayden, he's our editor.
We'll get our editor on it.
Hey,
Guys,
I'm just a social media manager, and I don't even do that well.
Vi, do you want to
I don't
be
even-
the editor?
I don't even have a role.
Will
It's gonna be
is
just you and me, Cayden. So.
Will is just Ken.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you theoretically could, because even if one of us recorded our video and then you just sync the audio with the video.
So part of the challenge, like you could do it, but the issue is that we record in separate locations. There's a delay between when we hear each other and when we actually speak, no matter what. So something I've noticed that when we're recording different audio tracks is they drift. They drift a lot. So I have to realign them at like 2 or 3 points throughout the video. I mean, throughout the run, I have to realign them. And with video, it becomes a whole different layer. Oh, the one thing we could do is do a Zoom meeting. And Zoom allows you to export original audio. I don't know if it goes separate tracks because I have different EQ profiles for each of us.
Yeah.
To make each of us sound the best. But I don't know if Zoom does that. So
Are you saying my natural voice isn't enough?
Your natural voice is beautiful, Will. I just enhance it. I make it even better.
I'm not buying it.
Well, then you can be the editor.
No, they sounds great. Thank you.
Okay, so anyways, yeah, we tried the Vidal Blanc from New York. Wordles, I beat Vi for probably, I think, only the second time and by only 1 point. Will was there. Will played Wordle. So we did. I got a good screenshot of Vi to use looking at chat to use for streams. We could get clearance for that. How do you even do that?
I want to know.
I don't know. Hold on. We're gonna try this. Here, Gigabyte. I'm gonna add you as a moderator.
I give you all the clearance. I give you all the clearance.
Okay, you're a moderator now.
Funny.
So let's see if you can add us as an emote. Because I don't know how to do that. We don't stream enough to make it a thing. It would be super cool, actually. I think possibly to stream every episode, but it would be a harder listening experience, I think, for the general episode. Anyhow,
quite possibly.
But I'm hearing we could.
No. I exercise executive producer privilege, and I say no. Let's see here. Community moderation. It's loading.
Oh my goodness. I'm very excited to see this screenshot because if it is a funny, like if I look really ugly, I'm going to be really happy.
I was like that picture you sent the other day of your streaming setup. So funny.
I love it so much. I love ugly pictures of me.
See, yeah, no, I don't know how to do that. Anywho, yeah, so Wordle was a thing that occurred. I won, Vi second, Will third. Then we covered a handful of other topics. We covered, let's see, Will moving to his new and final home. Well, not final, but to your home for the foreseeable future. Cow outlet, cow on the outlet. A cowlet, if you will. Yeah, so Will's got a place set up for after he's married a month and a day from now. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and show you my microphone setup.
Oh, his microphone setup is so janky. For the listening audience, he's got his microphone boom arm anchored to the chair that's sitting to the side of him. So
it's pretty great.
It's pretty good. It's pretty solid. yeah, so then we covered my trip to New York up to where Vi's at. Huge props to Vi for helping plan that trip. That was
You did most of it.
well, I mean, I bought us our plane tickets and gave you days, and you planned everything else on our free days. But let's see, yeah, we had our New York trip, and then Vi covered a little bit of her RPG insanity. Looking forward to hearing in the future, actually, how that goes. We'll hear hopefully how those first sessions run. But yeah, so this has been Wine, Wordle, and Whatever live part 2. Let's see here. Start Q&A. No, I don't know how to do emotes. Those are the typical YouTube emotes. I don't know how to add emotes to the chat. I don't know if we can on YouTube. I know you can on Twitch, but I don't know if you could do it on YouTube.
Yep. Tune in next month when we'll do another live stream.
No, Will, you will not be here, so you can't say that. It is not allowed.
Oh, Brandon. Gigabyte Intel's telling us how to.
YouTube Studio in the account settings. Okay, hold on.
Oh my
We're gonna try
goodness.
this. Let's see here. Okay, so let's
YouTube
go.
Studio in
YouTube.
account settings.
Well,
Okay.
I'm on the account here. So let's see here. Where is it?
Riveting listening.
YouTube Studio.
I know, right? Riveting listening.
I just got riveting listening. That's my thing. Account settings. Community moderation. Messages.
Oh, dear.
Viewer posts. No.
Does he
blocked
need
words.
to send you the emote?
I don't know. I'll figure it out later. This has been our wrap up. We have tried, and we will get you your emote, Gigabyte, for later. Another time down the road.
And we
Thank
love
you
you
all for
All
tuning
of our
in.
viewers.
All
Thank
6 of
you.
you for turning in, tuning in. And we're gonna turn in now. This has been Wine, Wordle, and Whatever, episode 24? Question mark. Yep, 24. Thank you.
24.
Wow.
Have a good night.
Good night. Love you, Fee.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.